What's up, people? Kamari Ellis here. This is a special edition of the Finance Rebel Show. Just want to talk about a couple of things real quick. I've been seeing a lot of shenanigans and a lot of skullduggery, a lot of foolishness out here in these social media streets, these internet streets. And I just wanted to give you my take on what's going on out here around there. So a couple of things, a couple of housekeeping things before I jump into it, right? We're going to be talking about some of the stimulus scams I've seen going on out here and what to be aware of and what to look out for, right? But before I get too far in things, a couple of housekeeping things. The tax deadline is July 15th. All right, so your taxes are due July 15th. If you are not able to file your taxes, file an extension. Now remember, an extension is not an extension to pay your tax bill. It is just an extension to file your taxes, right? All right. And so everybody was kind of up in arms today. There was a couple misleading things going on out here in these streets. And they said that the tax deadline got moved back. And I know I saw it and I almost had a heart attack because this has been like the longest tax season in my lifetime. And I've been in and out of the tax industry since the 80s. Like I used to do taxes by hand. So I can't wait till this thing ends. Even though I get tax requests all year long, I am just always like, this year has been the extreme because of COVID and everything else. So the publication is out there. We can see it. We can see that taxes are not going to be extended. However, July 15th is the tax deadline. You can file an extension to October 15th. All right, to October 15th. Now, what I really wanted to talk about today was I've been getting these phone calls from people talking about what's going on out here in the streets regarding stimulus. I got a call from a buddy of mine down in Houston and said there's people in my own city of Philadelphia charging people $2,000. You heard it. Charging people $2,000 to fill out EIDL applications that take 5 minutes, guys. 5 minutes. There's no reason why you should ever pay $2,000 to fill out an application that you yourself can fill out yourself, right? If you can read and write, you fill them out. I mean, I've even helped my clients fill out some of these EIDL and PPP. By the way, I had to fight some of my clients over taking advantage of these opportunities. Quick side note before I get back to the stimulus. Listen, many of us complain about not having access to capital. Right now is one of the greatest opportunities to get access to capital through either PPP or EIDL. No, it's not a free ride. It's not a free lunch. But listen, the PPP loan is a 1% loan over 60 months or 5 years. The EIDL loan is the interest rate is 3.75% over 30 years. I know some people that have gotten $50,000 with the EIDL loan. I know some people who've gotten well over 6 figures with the PPP loan. Either way, you could always give the money back, but why not take the money now and use it to shore up your business? Now, I'm not saying to be like my man down in Atlanta on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, where he brought the Wraith and he got a whole bunch of jewelry, but you could actually use that money to build your business. All right, so think about that. Think about that, folks, before we say, no, I don't want any debt. At times like these, right, because my audience is the Black community, we complain about not having access to capital. And listen, I'm not making light of that. That's very, very real. Now you have an opportunity to participate. But in order to participate, you got to fill out the paperwork or not the paperwork, the web link that takes like I said, like 5 minutes. All right. So just be mindful of those things, folks. Be mindful of those things. But I ran across, like I said, my buddy in Texas told me that people in Philly were paying like $2,000 to get their EIDL paperwork or website application or digital application taken care of. And I just thought it was crazy that somebody would pay $2,000. But then I was outdone today. So I hang out with a whole bunch of Black accountants and enrolled agents online, and they shared something that I thought was absolutely bananas. And so I'm going to show it to everybody today because, listen, I don't like when people get scammed. I've been reviewing some of my video that I've been doing lately, and I'm noticing I've been having like damn near out of body experiences anytime we speak of someone who I feel has a track record of shenanigans and charlatanism, if that's a word, basically being a crook or being a snake oil salesperson, because I'm tired of my community getting ripped off. So I just want to share this with everybody. Just take a look at this real quick. So this is a pandemic stimulus application. I don't know if everybody can see it super well, but again, a pandemic stimulus application. And it's all, goes through the regular things like first name, last name, social security number, date of birth, driver's license number, weight on ID. I have never in my 20 plus years in the financial services and accounting industry ever seen an application ask for the weight on ID. Basically your weight on your driver's license. Never seen it. Not once, not twice, not 3 times a lady. I have never seen that before in my life. And then it goes through it. Then it asks for your mother's maiden name. Now, for everybody that knows, I'm checking this out. I'm broadcasting live on Facebook and YouTube. I'm also on Instagram. So sadly, my lovely people on Instagram, I can't show you the screen, but you can go back and watch it on YouTube and Facebook. But what's here is what I'm telling you. There's this website. It's called like fs11.forum site. So it's not even a real authentic domain. Sadly, however, people fill this stuff out all the time. Yes, guys, they're asking for weight. But not just weight, mother's maiden name. So weight and mother's maiden name. And then it goes on and it asks for phone and email address. Then it gives like a little disclosure. I agree not to change password or account until deposit has been made. I'm gonna read that to y'all again. It says, I agree not to change password on account until deposit has been made. If you change password before we complete the second part of approval, you will forfeit your funding. Anybody catching what I'm putting down? Did I put it where the ghost can get it? Do y'all see what's happening here, people? I agree not to change password on account until deposit has been made. If you change password before we complete the second part of approval, you will forfeit your funding. Anybody have any clue why they would want your password to your account? So then the application goes on and it shares residential address, name of dependents, more dependent information. Did you file taxes for 2019? Self-employed. Do you make money for yourself? Examples, Uber, Grubhub, freelancer. Are you working full-time or part-time currently, right? Getting all the vital statistics. Then it comes through and bam, it asks for your checking and saving account information. So listen, I want y'all to share this with people that are potentially thinking about filling out for stimulus, either PPP, payroll protection program, or EIDL, which is economically injured disaster loan, economically injured disaster loan. Because here in the fine print, it says acknowledgement. Applicant agrees that payment shall be made to consultant in the total amount of $2,500 upon payment received on debit card provided, in addition to any other right or remedy provided by law. If applicant fails to pay for the services when due, LifeScore, I guess that's the name of the company, has the option to treat such failure to pay as a material breach of this contract. Oh, they got all the legal ease. I should have had a lawyer on. Where is the IP investor at when I need her? So listen, I don't know about y'all, but this reeks. This is pretty funky. I think you should not fill out stuff like this, folks. It's not good for your financial health, your financial wealth, or your overall sanity. So I just hope a lot of people hear about this and don't do it in advance, because a lot of people want to lose money. Again, the EIDL application, it's on the SBA website, right? First and foremost, we should not be using janky websites. All right, nothing. We should not be filling out any applications on websites that are not affiliated with known and established people that you deal with, known and established organizations and institutions that you deal with, right? And known establishments that are government affiliated, like known government affiliated. So usually they have like a .com or .gov, and the website names aren't things like, I think, what was it, like Fortnite something crazy. Yeah, forum site. So forum site is literally a forum site. It's used by people like me, right, to create forums. But then when I collect data from my clients, I then put it into either tax software or maybe some other financial thing that I might be getting involved in. However, I'm not applying for loans. I'm definitely not taking my fee out of their bank. I can't even do that as a tax professional. That's against the law. I don't know if anybody saw the people, I think it was down in Georgia, where some of the early stimulus money went to. They were outside protesting because the bank account they had on file was for like these banks when you do the rapid refund and the fast deposits around tax season. The guy didn't get the money. It went to his third-party bank that he uses to disperse refunds, but it all got routed there. Anyway, a tax pro can't do that. They got to give it to the bank. Again, a known entity, a regulated entity. Like tax pros aren't allowed to do that. By the way, since we're talking about it, one of the things we should never do is when you go get your taxes done, allow your tax pro to deposit money in your account or allow them to have your refund deposited into their account as well. I know a lot of people do that. It's not a good practice. I've seen a lot of people get ripped off over this. So listen, folks, I just came on. It's late. I got work to do, but I wanted to talk about that because I do feel like I have a stewardship responsibility to see some of these shenanigans and put a bigger picture on them so less people are hurt. If anybody has any questions about what I talked about, just drop them in the comments. I won't be on too much longer, but I will interact in the comments as well. But again, folks, be careful out here on these digital streets. There's a war going on outside. Nobody is safe from, especially when it comes to your money. Everybody is trying to get access to your pocketbook and your wallet. So thanks for listening, everybody. I appreciate you all. Spread the word for me, and I'll see you all next time I chime in. Have a great night. Kamari Ellis out. Bye-bye. Oh, see you all on Wednesdays for Wealthy Wednesdays at 8 p.m. So long.